Hello and welcome to Whatever Man with Connor O'Brien. I'm your host, Connor O'Brien. This is a podcast where we talk about whatever with whoever, and you can listen to it wherever and whenever. All right. Today's guest is a comedian, he's a content creator, he's a good friend of mine. I hope you enjoy my conversation with Chris Warren. All right, cool, man.
Hell yeah!
Hey, so thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me, man. It was nice coming up to this area of Connecticut. I haven't been here in a while. I used to deliver pizzas in this town back in college. I used to get from like 19 to like 21. I would just get stoned all the time and drive around like the Ridgefield Danbury area. Just little Suzuki Forenza, if anyone remembers that car. And just slang pizzas, dude. What a time! It's really gave me PTSD coming back.
Dude, it's good to be here, man.
Uh,
I could probably imagine the people would taste a pizza that has that distinct skunk flavor after you're bringing it around.
Now I was respectful. I dabbed in my car. I had like the center console, was just the right size. I had this like little like Chinese glass dab rig with like the metal nail, and I would just hit it, blowtorch it real quick, dab, put it in the center console, close it. It was like I had it all down to a science. If I ever got pulled over, that would have been a real problem.
Dude, that's like serious. That's like an elevated level of like smoking, like especially back in the day before it was all like legal. Even now, though, it's like when you're blowtorching like a metal object to like smoke weed, I feel like that is like
It feels
super.
cracky. It feels like we're doing,
Yeah.
as someone who's done crack. It's very, it's very similar vibes.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
prepared me for the other.
Wow. Does it feel like it? Because I know a dab is like when you hit that, you feel like super high, like too high, most people would say.
Yeah, that's the goal, dude. That was
Yeah.
the whole point. It's just like you get back then when I was out of my mind doing everything. It's just like I got to a point where like I couldn't give myself a panic attack with smoking weed, and for some reason I don't understand now that I'm sober. But like I used to like be like, yeah, no, I want to have like weed's not hitting if I'm not having a panic attack and questioning my life. So then we had a friend introduce me to dabs in like 2013, 2014, and I didn't know what that was because I was like new, and then changed my. We started like getting them shipped over from like Oregon and Colorado, and just like yeah, it was great. Great time to be alive.
That is crazy. I never thought of like that as the goal, like having a panic attack. Like that's the reason why I don't smoke is because I would get a panic attack every time.
Do you not smoke weed?
No, I don't.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I assumed you were always high.
That's what a lot
This
of
is
people
I've known you
assume.
for a while. I was just like,
Yeah.
hey, he probably smoked right before he came to the show. I don't know.
No, yeah.
You're really hiding the smell. I don't smell it. I don't know. Maybe he's got
Right.
maybe
How's
he
he doing
dabbed.
this?
You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. He's not hiding the look at all. He
Uh,
looks like it, sounds like it, but yeah, it's a common misconception, man.
Wow.
Yeah, especially during comedy. I would never. I've done that like once or twice, like before a set, and it's always gone pretty bad because I sound stoned already, so like when I would smoke, it would probably just be too like stoned.
Well, I did comedy a couple times stoned, and every time it was bad because I'd get like real paranoid. And then I'd be like on stage, like, do all these people think I'm gay right now? Like just like shit like that.
You don't think it was like the material you have where you say I'm gay?
That might have not helped. But I was like, they definitely know this story about me having full blown unprotected sex with another man is like a bit, right? They're getting that.
Yeah, you never know. Some people they think everything's real. How much would you say like your set? What percentage is like true stories these days?
These days, because I used to do more like so like when I started comedy years ago, uh, my heroes were like people like Maria Bamford. I always
Oh,
mispronounce her
nice.
last name. I apologize. But she is like this amazing alt comic. She does like all these sorts of like weird act outs and voices and characters, and it's like this very avant garde kind of like it is comedy, but you might not even think of it as like stand up almost, but it is. I don't know. I'm not doing a good job describing it, but I was like obsessed with alt comedy. Like I wanted to be an alt comic so bad, and so for like the first 2 or 3 years, I would play a character on stage, and I did a lot of like weird kind of like performative stuff. And I just realized after a couple years, like, oh, I'm bad at this. Like, I'm not like, it was so heartbreaking. It's like, I'm not creative enough to make up these interesting characters and like weird act outs and also be funny. So it's like, I guess I just have to do normal jokes. And once I started doing normal jokes, all of a sudden I was good at stand-up and started getting booked. And I was like, wow, I was really making it needlessly hard for myself for years, trying to like prove how clever I was. Really, really embarrassing in retrospect, but
Yeah.
you know.
How long was that period like of like before you felt like you got your voice?
I don't know, because it's like one of those things, like every 6 months I look back and I'm like, wow, I can't believe I thought that was good comedy. I'm doing so much better now. You know, so it's like every like 6 months, I'd say, I feel like I get better, which I think is good. You know, it's embarrassing when you look back at like some of your tapes and you're like, I have this marked in my computer as killer set. We'll get you a Netflix special. And it's like I sent that to bookers and then was upset when they said no to me. And it's like, oh, I can't believe I sent that to people. That's embarrassing. Oh my, this is horrible, you know?
Right. That happens, yeah.
But, you know, I think around like year 4, I kind of started figuring out what I wanted to do on stage and kind of like, I guess for lack of a better word, like what my voice was. And then since then, it's just been like a process of kind of solidifying that and crystallizing it and like running more jokes through that lens, if you will.
Yeah. That's cool. I mean, like, I think my biggest inspiration would be like Mitch Hedberg. And then I think I still have like jokes that are like kind of written like with him and not him in mind. Like, that's not why I'm writing them, but like my voice has developed where that's like an inspiration of mine. Like, is like Maria Bamford kind of like yours?
Well, she was for like the first 2.5, 3 years when I was trying to do that. And I just was like, I can't.
Yeah.
You know, it was like the equivalent of me being like, I'm going to be in the NBA with my current build of being 5'10". It was just one of those things where it's like, I wasn't like, because I feel like you kind of got to be like an improv and drama kid growing up to have like the chops to go do that. And here I come, having been like a corporate sales guy, trying to do stand-up comedy of like, well, I don't need that like 20 years of theater and performance experience. I'm just going to figure out, not only am I going to figure out how to do stand-up comedy, I'm going to figure out all this like other performative skills all at once. And it was just a mess. So maybe one day in the distant future, I'll have time to release an alt comedy special. But, you know, for now, we're regular stand-up.
That's good. Yeah. It's funny too. I always wanted to be like a pizza delivery guy, but my mom like wouldn't let me. She said it was dangerous. Like, if like we live in a pretty like nice area, like you know, and it's like if you bring a pizza to someone's house, like she thought like they would like shoot me just for. I was like, why would they order a pizza just to shoot me? That doesn't make any sense.
Like they forgot they ordered. And it's like, this strange man's trying to break into my home and kill my wife. I gotta take him out.
Yeah.
Grab my bow and arrow and fucking like Rambo style, just plink you.
Dude, maybe like I ordered pepperoni. Like, this is cheese.
Where's my diet Dr. Kelp? Dude,
Yeah,
lose it.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. I had this one joke too where I was like, that's why I'm not such a good comedian, because I never had a chance to work on my delivery. Yeah. But I would deliver the word delivery in like a rushed way where it was bad on purpose, and then the joke just ended up being horrible. It's like, I had trouble with my delivery.
See, there's such a graveyard of jokes in my notebooks, of jokes that I really, really liked that I could just never. I tried a million different rewrites and different deliveries and tones and pacing, and I just could never get audiences to like them. It's always a shame.
It's tough. It's like they say you're supposed to try everything like 4 times at least. There's some I don't go past 1 because I just know it's not good. But you tried more than 4, some of them, and it's like.
I tried about like 100 times, and I'll let it slip on here because I one day I'm going to figure this out. One day you will see this in a comedy special. But I had tried a million different ways to do a joke about how Abraham Lincoln like should have an N-word pass. Like, if we were going to give one white guy an N-word pass, like, it should be Abraham Lincoln. And there was just I thought it was like funny and silly. But like other people took it very seriously and got very offended. Understandably, I want to like, I'm not. I get why people were upset, but I was thinking of it as this silly thing, and they're like, you can't make like the institution of slavery silly, and I'm just like, well, but it's like, because if one guy could say it, I feel like Abraham Lincoln, would get a pass. See, I'm already bombing it now on the podcast, but I know it's fun. I'm gonna get it to work one day.
That's a tough one. Yeah, like sometimes it's I feel like you push the boundaries too, like at shows. I mean, like that joke would be something where you feel like maybe some people are like, "Oh, that's a little uncomfortable." You could feel it in the room.
Yeah.
Do you like that? You like riding that wave?
I love it. My favorite way to do a set is to win an audience in the beginning, then lose them, then win them, then lose them, and then like end on a. I like the ebb and flow of like I have people on my side, and then I take it one step further than I should have, losing them and then building them back up, and then like again taking it, like, that's my favorite. Like I remember probably shouldn't say this. I remember one time I was doing a show for a VFW, like a veterans fundraiser. and I was just like, it was such a weird show because it's in a VFW. It's like all these old vets. There's like a fucking buffet in the back of like those sterno like good tin things, and like it's a weird night. Like everyone's having weird sets, and I go up. And I'm just like, hey guys, so honored to be here. I just want to say, like, as a fellow veteran, like I'm so excited, and everyone starts clapping. And then I go, yeah, I'm not a veteran. I made good choices. I went to college, and they all started booing me.
Oh my god!
And then I said, hey, I'm gonna win you over. Shut the fuck up. Give me a chance. And then I was proud of myself. I was able to win them over by the end.
You won them over after that?
Well, because I figured the show was going so poorly, just by nature of what it was, that I was like, I'm going to almost get it going bad out of the way, and then see if that like lancing a boil that gets rid of the tension, and then I can, like, once we're past that, if I can then get something going. And it ended up going okay. They were all cool with me afterwards. They thought it was funny. So
wow.
But I did get actively booed, which was fun. That was fun for the first, like, in the first minute of my set.
That is crazy. That's like
Also, if you look at me and are like, yeah, that guy served our country, that's on you, dude. There's no way. Look at me.
You got the mustache. That's a classic feature.
It's true.
Yeah, but I guess that's it. Yeah. That's crazy, man. The VFWs are crazy shows, right?
They're not the best. Let's put it that way. No offense to anyone. They're rough.
Yeah. I did one. It was a VFW. It was my first one. It was like last month. And it was at a VFW, but it wasn't like a VFW crowd. So I had like, I guess my veteran material ready, which is just my normal set. And then I
support the troops.
Yeah, or just like, I don't know, like talk about whatever. And then it was like a wedding when I got there. It was just a wedding. So the VFW was being rented out to be a space for a wedding.
Okay.
And there was no veterans in sight. So I had to switch it up last minute, and like just didn't go well. So I could see.
I will say, veterans, I've only performed in front of like predominantly veteran audiences a few times. Funnest audiences. I love the troops, dude. They're such a good time. Because that's the thing, even that VFW, it wasn't like the actual veterans booing me. Like, they were laughing. It was all like the family members and stuff getting upset. And it was, vets are awesome, dude. I support the troops. Never let that be misunderstood.
Shout out to the troops. Chris Warren supports the troops.
I actually think we should have more troops, dude. We should have conscription. Everyone should have to serve 2 years in the Army. I think that would fix this country.
You do, yeah.
I genuinely, I think 18 to 20, you should just be in the Army.
Wow. Yeah, some countries do that. Like South Korea does that.
Yeah, a lot of countries do that, have a conscription.
Right. Yeah. If you want to get the T-shirt I'm wearing, go to whateverman.com. Don't forget the hyphen. You could shop the official merch from the podcast. We also have crew necks, hoodies, and much more. So go check us out on whateverman.com. And you, I noticed you do a lot of like material on Instagram or content rather about like stock portfolio. You're big on the military industrial complex.
All day, baby.
Yeah.
I'm praying for a military junta to take over the U.S. so I can retire a millionaire. That's my dream.
So you're set up for that.
Dude. I just need Halliburton to go up another 50%, and I'm good. I'm
You're
done.
done.
I'm cashing out. I'm retiring. I'm gonna buy gold with it, bury it in a yard somewhere. I think it'll be good.
It'd be all dirty and stuff. You think it'll still hold the value, the gold?
Gold doesn't tarnish. That's what makes it so valuable.
Oh, really?
So like all other metals, rust and decay, and then you have, except for like stainless steel, but that's something we like manufacture. That's not like naturally how it is. And then you have like silver and copper. So like copper will ionize or whatever it's called, where it like gets that like aqua on it. That's why the Statue of Liberty is that color. It used to be the color of a penny. And then you have silver will tarnish, where it gets like kind of like all this greasy like black stuff on it. Like it just, I don't really know the science behind that, but it like you got to polish it all the time where it gets like dull. Gold you can bury gold in dirt for like 1,000 years, bring it up, and if you just like wipe it down with water, it looks like brand new.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's why it's like inherently been a precious metal to humans throughout all of history. It's just like kind of this unique quality it has to not tarnish, to always be shiny. Yeah,
That's awesome.
I love gold.
Shout out to gold, man.
I feel like I can't be a Jewish guy on a podcast like waxing poetic about gold. That's not a good look. I'm not helping the cause, dude. I gotta chill.
Hey, it's all right. Everybody loves gold, man. You know, nobody should hold that against you, man. You're Jewish by choice. You
I
say
am,
in your own words, right?
Yeah.
When did you become Jewish or convert?
So there's an argument in the Talmud, which I just lost 1,000 followers just saying that word. My fans get really upset when they find out I'm Jewish. It's
Really?
yeah, oh yeah.
That sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you
They
gonna do?
unfollow you and stuff.
Yeah, like I won't mention that often in videos. Not that I'm hiding it, just like it doesn't come up, like when I'm talking about military stocks to bring that up. But I literally had one the other day where like I forget it like made sense for a joke I was doing in the video. I had to reference that I was Jewish for it to make sense, and then the comment, like there was a comment that was like, "Wait, you're a fucking Jew?" And then the next comment was like, "I feel so betrayed," by like another guy. And then the third comment was what's it called? In like The Incredibles, where he goes home and tears down the picture of Mr. Incredible. They
Oh, my
responded with that gift. And then the fourth guy, he's like legitimately, he's DM'd me before. He's like legitimately like a Nazi, like a self-proclaimed Nazi, but he follows me and adamantly likes and comments on everything I post, and has told me I'm one of the good ones, which I appreciate. That's nice. As far as like things a Nazi could say to a Jewish guy, that's probably the nicest thing you could say. And he just comments, you guys couldn't pick up on basic pattern recognition if it bit you in the face.
Oh man.
So that's it's the internet. I don't take it personally. It's like, yeah, I put myself out there. There's gonna be some of that. But yeah, the long story short. So when so the argument in the Talmud would be that I've always been Jewish. It's kind of like the trans argument. I've always been a Jewish soul trapped in a goy's body. And so when I convert, it's not that I become Jewish, it's that I'm returning home to where God always intended me to be. And the analogy we kind of use is like sometimes, like, I don't know how familiar you are with the Bible, but Moses, right? He's put in a basket, sent down river to save him from a purge. And then he gets found by this Egyptian, by the Egyptian royal family, and he gets raised as an Egyptian in the Egyptian palace, like with Egyptian customs. And then later, finds out he's Jewish, flees, that whole, I won't tell the whole Bible story. But like it's, he had to be outside of the Jewish community, living as like Egyptian nobility, so that he could go back and free his people, because he was the only one that didn't think like a slave, because they were all the Jews at the time were born slaves, so they couldn't conceptualize not being slaves. I'm dumbing this down a lot. So it was important for Moses to be born outside of the community to then come back so he could free them, because he didn't think like a slave. That's a horrible, I butchered that, but that's the basics. So I was born Irish, so I could learn whatever important things the Irish needed to teach the Jewish people, and I could bring it back home. So that's what I've done.
Jeez. What do you think you could bring to that community from Irish background?
I'll bring them, hey guys, don't interact with the Irish. They're useless. We don't need to. I have beef with Ireland. Unpopular. I'm like, you ever watch Gangs in New York?
Yeah.
Remember Billy the Butcher?
No.
He was Daniel Day-Lewis's character.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought, but yeah.
Yeah, that's me when it comes to my own Irish people. I'm tired of these guys. Dude, all my extended family, a bunch of drunk Irish people talking about how cool it is to be Irish. I'm like, what if we as a people, and I can say this because I'm like 80% Irish. What have we contributed to society? I hear all this hyping up of the Irish. It's like we have no culturally good food, no culturally good music. You ever listen to like Irish fucking sea shanties and like bar songs? It's horrible. It's horrendous.
I don't know. I disagree. I was at the Big E like
Yeah.
a month ago, and I was in the Irish section. There's like two Irish pubs, just alcohol, of course, is the Irish section, and that was it. And then there was these two guys singing. One was ripping the violin. I go, I'm gonna go over. This is singing to me, speaking to me, and then the other guy was singing. It's so good. I actually Googled the lyrics. Like, what's this song? It's Irish song, and it's got these lyrics. And I don't think I found it, but that was a nice moment. I actually felt proud to be Irish at that time. I was like, we got some music. And then he played another song. It was not my taste, but this first song was good.
See, this is just me projecting my trauma of growing up in an extremely Irish environment
Yeah.
and just hating every minute of it. It was brutal. I was brutalized by those people. Or you know how every like people has like a martial art. So like
Yeah.
there's like karate, like what's it called? Like jujitsu is like Japanese and stuff. I probably got that wrong.
That's wrong. Yeah.
And like boxing is like English or whatever. That's probably also wrong. But everyone's got like the Greeks got wrestling. You know what Ireland's national martial art is? The martial art of the Irish people.
What is it?
It's the shillelagh. And the shillelagh is just a big stick that you hold with one hand. And their national martial art is basically hitting each other with the stick. And they will claim that it's some deep martial art. They just hit each other with the stick. There's like no technique to it. They just fucking go fucking crazy.
Is it one at a time, or is it like...
No, you're like going after each other. They're like sword fighting with the stick because they couldn't figure out iron working, so they never made swords. So they're just like, we'll just hit each other with sticks. My proud people.
Wow. Those are my people, too.
No.
You've had it tough, man. I think Irish people had it tough, and Jewish people have had it really tough as well, like, over the course of history.
Just doubling down, dude.
You're just going... That's, I guess, a struggling background, man. It's tough. A lot of people struggle. It's a tough world. It's like, it's... I don't know. It's a sad world sometimes. Do you feel optimistic for the future, though, or do you feel like we're done, man, as like a civilization?
I'll break character for a second and get real. I think this whole doom saying that I keep seeing people, and I'm part of the fear mongering. That's like half my content, but it's also like tongue in cheek. If you don't get that, I'm joking. But what are you gonna do? But it's like everyone's like so worried about all this bullshit that they have no control over, and that realistically doesn't affect them. Like, I read the news and cover the news because I think it's interesting. Like, my whole channel is news and, like, foreign policy. But it's, like, the most that's going to affect me is I'm like, oh, that's cool. Or, like, oh, that's too bad. That's it. That's where it ends. That's where it starts and ends is for about 5 seconds. I feel one of those two emotions, and that's it. And I don't think about it the rest of the day. But you'll have people that will sit there and they'll, like, read the news and spiral out. Like, I've had people call me crying. Like, Chris, did you see XYZ legislation pass? Like, oh my God. And I'm like, that has nothing to do with you. Why are you crying? The principle of it, Chris. And it's like, can you change it? Is the president calling you asking for your opinion? No, then why are you worried about this? And it's not that it's like, oh, that it's fine this stuff is happening or that it's not a problem. Because there's a lot of horrible stuff happening in the world, right? And that's, no matter your perspective or political take, there's probably something you could, with your worldview, be upset about in the world at any given time, right? But it's like, if I don't have control over it, why am I worried about it? I don't have control over it. And then 99% of the stuff you read about in the news, whether it's political, social, or otherwise, will never actually affect you or your daily life. The media will convince you it will, but 99% of the time, it will not actually, in a meaningful way, impact your day-to-day life. And if it does, God forbid, you will be made aware of when that happens. When you go to do whatever, and the thing, you can't do it, So why worry about the shit you have no control over that will probably never actually affect you? And God forbid, if you are affected, you'll find out then. So why worry about it until you find out? So it's like I think people live in this place where they've made themselves so upset and angry, and online discourse has made this horrible where you can just like the feed will just feed you the opposite opinion in the most antagonistic, like mean-spirited way, and then you interact with it, and then you get into fights with people online. It's like they're like breeding this environment. But I think what's really important is like in your day-to-day life, how are things going? Because in my day, everyone tells me the world's horrible. The news tells me the world's horrible. My day-to-day life's pretty fine. Everyone I interact with is a pretty, polite, respectful, interesting person. Most people I meet are like kind-hearted. I meet very few malicious people, and they're very easy to spot and avoid. It's like no one's forcing me to interact with dickheads. And you just be nice to each other and help out. Like, don't worry about what's going on in Darfur. You cannot do anything about what's going on in Darfur. But you know what you can do? You can go help someone who's homeless like 2 blocks from you. And that's what also annoys me. I see so many people complaining about these external issues, and they're all legitimate, right? All these things in the Middle East and overseas and the Ukraine-Russia war, and that's all legitimate human suffering. That's horrible. But, like, you can't do anything about it, but I don't see you at the soup kitchen. I volunteer at the rehab. I've never seen you there. So it's like you talk a big game online and give me shit about, like, making fun of this stuff, but, like, what have you done for another human being selflessly today? Oh, nothing? Oh, you messaged on your phone. Great job. Great job, moron. It's always white women. Anyway.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Sorry, that was a rant. I didn't mean to rant. I'm gonna take a zen. I'm gonna calm down.
Sure, take the zen. Yeah, it's okay. Opinions are opinions. Like I think a lot of people are, I would say, on the side of too emotional, letting it affect them too much. There are things you could do, like you said, like a lot of these people who are, great people, quote unquote, self-proclaimed great people, like myself even. I don't do enough volunteering or things like that, and I consider myself a good person. The way I treat people, the way I interact with, nature, environment, animals, even plants, people. You're a nice guy. You've always been nice to me, but I could always do more, I think, in the community and stuff like that, especially if I'm someone advocating for change, and change starts at home. And I think it's sad, like some stuff will affect me or others emotionally when it's like going on, but when it's not like in your backyard, it's like kind of strange because we're in the era where it's like digital content is coming to us all the time. We're getting probably too much information. And like what I suggest to people too is like if you have Instagram, you could like snooze suggested content for like 30 days. They don't want you doing that permanently, which is ridiculous, and that's how they get you. But it really just helps you be like a lot clearer mentally, because if you're not seeing the suggested stuff, you're not getting your whole day ruined by the people who want to ruin your day, who want to divide us, who want to do all that to us. And like you could still be informed in other ways. I think there's probably just better ways to get informed. And if you want to do something and like protest and you want to be a part of something, that's great. You want to call your senator, call your congressperson, call them up and like try to do something. But the unfortunate thing is with this many people in this country, like you really can't make a change. And even when the public most of the public believes in a certain thing to be changed and it doesn't change, that's when you really realize how uphill like that battle is. And at that point, I would take that advice where you did what you can, you're doing your part to stay aware. But at that point, man, go outside and just live your life and just enjoy nature, man. Enjoy whatever you enjoy, because there's no sense in doing what you can, not making a change, and then letting that affect you, because then you're suffering again. And it's just like, you got to enjoy your life. And that's what they want to take away, these people.
What do you mean, these people?
The government.
The government.
Yeah, they do.
Well, no, it's just like, because even like I see so many people, and this is like, maybe says more about my spiritual condition that this annoys me when it's really none of my business. But I see so many people I know in real life well enough, posting all the right stuff on social media about this cause and that cause. And I do think they genuinely mean it. But it's like, bro, when was the last time you called your grandma? She's in a home. She's lonely. She misses you. You told me last week you're not going to call her because she's annoying. But all of a sudden you care about orphans in like in Morocco. All of a sudden that's like we all got to be worried about that. How about you worry about calling your fucking grandma? How about you be like, what are you doing? I don't know. It would take, no one wants to do the small effort things that consistently actually help people, but they want to give voice to the big heroic things because that's more exciting. That's more like a movie. That's more romantic in the literary sense. No one wants to do the day-to-day drudgery of like being nice to the annoying person in your office, inviting the guy with no friends to lunch because you know that might be the only time he gets out that day, calling your grandma because she's lonely, checking in on your mom, letting her know you're doing okay and you're thankful for everything. Like the little things no one wants to do. I'm on my soapbox, though. I apologize.
That's all right. Yeah, we'll try to go more uplifting route.
We'll try to go more uplifting.
Yeah, you're a nice guy though. I've noticed that. Like even me, like I'm newer to comedy than you, and like you've reached out to, and like you don't do it for like this reason or whatever, but you might say like, hey, like good to see you doing well. Like keep it going, and like I try to do that to other people too, and it's not even like up or down or lateral. It's just more like I'll do it to just people, just because they're human to human, man. Like sometimes people like appreciate that, so I appreciate that. You've always been nice to me and like
right back at you,
reaching
dog.
out, man. Yeah,
But it's just you never know what someone's going through. I remember when I started comedy, people were real dicks. I used to get bullied all the time. Everyone knew that. That was how it happened. And it's just I got this first like that didn't make me a better comic. Like I didn't need to go through like why am I gonna be a dick to people? Like you know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah, you don't need to be. You could be nice,
There's no reason.
and supportive, like too, like where, and it's like there's certain things where you get pitted against each other. Like we do like a competition or something, and I try not to root against anybody. I obviously like if I want to win, like I'm gonna hope I have the best set, but like I'm gonna focus on my set to do that. Like if someone has a better set than me, that's great.
I hope they get in a car accident.
Yeah.
That's not me being bad. I'm not doing anything. It's just like if they happen to get in a car accident, it's like
Well, before the show, but after, what's the point at that point?
they have to be punished.
Do you still feel good about that? Wow. I guess, I don't know, maybe not so nice. Yeah.
No.
That's all right. I've been in situations too where, I don't know, we're all in it together to a degree. Like, it gets competitive at a certain point, but I don't know. I like seeing people I know just kind of shine and doing big things.
Well, all jokes aside, that is like a cool thing about comedy, and I can't speak to other industries because I haven't been in them. But like comedy seems unique in that like there is not limited success. There's so much opportunity, whether it's for stage time or followers or like venues, whatever, that it's like another comic having something good happen for them takes literally nothing away from me, and I always have to remind people when they're getting all bent out of shape. It's like, yeah, it's not like there was a picture of you and there's a picture of this other comic and they're like, actually, fuck this guy. I'm going to go with the other comic. It's like you were never even in this is a completely separate conversation that had nothing to do with you giving this person an opportunity. So like you can choose to be like supportive of it and feel like excited for your friend and even selfishly get a little bit of that runoff like high of like, your friend's success. Like that can get you jazzed up. Or you can choose to, instead of having it be a positive thing for both, you'd be like, well, no, he's not even that funny, and like I actually have this better one, and like they should have picked him. He only got it because of this. There's always a reason someone got something. It's always because it's funny because they're conflicting. It's always like, well, they only got it because they're a straight white guy, or they only got it because they're a woman, or they only got it because they're gay or they're black, and it's like people can't be only getting stuff for being opposite things. That's not how it works,
That's crazy. Yeah. Ugh. Well, it's nice to see people shine. You've been doing it well, too, man. You've been crushing. I saw you. I think the last time I saw you was at the Stress Factory doing a big show with Matt. And,
yeah.
Yeah, and you were a headline last night, too, right?
Yeah, up in Kingston,
upstate, man.
Upstate. It was fun. Great show. Thank you to everyone who came out. It was good. We had a packed house, sold-out show. Went great. Oh, good times.
Yeah, and Jordan was there.
Jordan put it on, and he did a great job putting on a great show. He had a great host set. Bro crushed it. Well.
Nice. Yeah, he's funny. I remember like the first few mics I did. He would always be around, and we drove together to a couple shows, couple of mics. He's pretty like he's funny. I'd say you guys are kind of complimentary in like a lineup too, because you both kind of push it a little, right? He gets like some people like offended, I know, with his jokes, which are funny.
I love that in a lineup though. If someone before me is kind of like that because I can kind of sit in the back and watch their set and see where people get weird, and then that's almost like clearing the minefield for me. It's like, okay, they really didn't like that, so now I know I'm gonna maybe ease off on my joke about something similar, or like, oh, they're cool with that. Okay, I can go double on that thing.
Right. Yeah, I like jokes. I had this new joke I've done a couple of times. Even just last night, I did it, and it's like most of the crowd likes it, but then there's like one person who will like get up and leave the room. I would say that's a good joke because based on that response, because you're getting like the group laugh, and then you get the person who's fringe, who maybe is just like, that's too much for me. And it's really not that bad. I don't have any offensive jokes. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say can't think of anything that would be unpalatable to the average person.
right? Yeah. But some people,
what
maybe
was
she
the
just
topic?
had to go to the bathroom. You never know.
Maybe
But
she was jealous because you were crushing. She's like, I can't fucking deal with this, dude.
maybe. Well, it's been twice where, yeah, these people, they always got to go to the bathroom during the same joke. It's like the joke's not about running water. It's about something else.
That's good.
Yeah.
You gotta walk an audience every once in a while. I think that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever had like someone get mad at you for like your jokes?
Oh yeah. A thousand times this has happened, especially now because now I figured out because like I've never been out there trying to be offensive, and it's like no judgment on anyone that's their shtick. I think that can be very funny if you're going for that like big shock or that big offensive thing. Like that's a lot of my favorite stuff to watch, but that's genuinely not what I'm trying to do with my set. So I try to find like I'm trying to say something about the shocking thing. So I'm trying to find the line of like hemming it in to like it starts way too offensive, and then you cut back, you cut back, you cut back, you cut back till you get just enough that I can kind of like say something what I at least think is poignant about this like controversial topic without being too offensive but not backing away from what the thing actually is. That's kind of a convoluted way of saying it. But in that process, there's all those times where it's still too offensive and I'm cutting it down. So that has happened many times where someone has come up and given me a piece of their mind. Not as much these days, but especially like, 2 or 3 years ago, like all the time that would happen. All the time I'd piss people off.
Winter is coming, and you are going to need something to protect your head. My hair is way too big, and my head is way too big that most hats don't fit me. But what I've done is I've created a beanie called the Whatever Man Beanie. You could wear. It's coming soon to whateverman.com. Make sure you get it and go out on the slopes, rep the Whatever Man brand. Do you think like there's a place? I would say New York, probably just off top of the head, but like there's somewhere where you could get away with something, but then you go somewhere else and you cannot even do it.
This is just my anecdotal experience, and I've only been doing this a couple of years in the grand scheme. I'm still kind of new to comedy. Like a lot of other people, I'm sure have a better take or have seen more of the country's scene, so to speak. But I found that there's just certain things that certain audiences are uncomfortable with, and you have to be kind of somewhat aware of that, and it becomes more obvious as time goes on what that's going to be. So, like, I'm trying to think. Okay, so, like, if I'm doing a gay crowd, right? Because there are shows that are like skew LGBTQ. I can make jokes, gay and trans jokes, if the audience is over 35. So if it's a middle-aged to older LGBTQ crowd, it's fine. They will think it's funny. They will get I'm joking and that I'm not like attacking them, that it's like we're all laughing together, right? I don't even say anything that crazy, but just like I, as a straight white guy, if it's a younger audience, like a under 30, LGBTQ audience, it's not that I'm even saying anything offensive about those groups. They're more just even offended that a straight white guy is talking about those. Like, it's not my place to have an opinion on those topics, even though they're not, like, the jokes aren't anti those groups. So, like, that's just one, like, thing I've learned over time. That's like example. Black crowds, not to stereotype, in general, you cannot say anything bad about Jesus or Christianity. Not that I really do, but I've just seen that go bad for other people. That's like, okay, you do not touch the J-man in a black audience. They do not like that. And you really, especially like the more south you go with a black audience, you don't want to talk about anything gay. That is not cool. Like, you do not even if you're making fun of it, just don't touch. I've learned, do not touch that topic. It makes people uncomfortable. And these are obviously like generalizations of different audiences, but my favorite audiences to perform for are like blue collar, like white trash city audiences. And I mean, I love you guys. You're my favorite audience. I'm not trying to talk shit, but like you go to certain parts of Boston or Philly or like Staten Island, Long Island, you get like those guys. Those are my favorite. They're down for anything, dude. They're so ready to have a good time. They're so ready to have fun. College students suck. I do not want to perform for college students. Although one time a frat had me come out to headline some like frat event, and that was great. Like the frat bros, dude, they were a good time. They were down to laugh. They were also blackout drunk. I don't think they remember my set, but they paid me and we had a good time. So it's like, I don't know. I could go on all day. I have lots of opinions about Canada, the whole country. Oh my God. Ugh. Those audiences with their free healthcare, they think they're better than me. Ugh. Look at me like I'm a stupid American. And I'm like, you have less buying power and your houses cost more as well as your standard of living. Calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Like a book over there is like $1 more.
Yeah.
You know, they're smelling like maple syrup and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, half of them speak French. Like, we live in North America. What are you doing? What are you doing speaking French?
Yeah. I speak a little French. I took that in school, you know? School. You ever been to school?
Yeah, once or twice. I didn't do well. Yeah.
Dude, when I was in school, they gave you the choice. It's like the Matrix. Like, do you want to, like, instead of, like, the blue or red, it's like, do you want to, like, speak French or do you want to, like, be able to speak to people who actually, like, live here and speak a different language? Or do you just want to have this unique skill set you'll never use?
Because anyone you run into in America that speaks French, also, they're, like, forced to also speak English. But, like, there are tons of people in America that only speak Spanish or, like, you know, have a very loose grasp on English. If you spoke Spanish, they could get you a lot farther.
Definitely, yeah. You could do more. I mean, you could do jobs that are, like, I don't know, whatever it is, healthcare, whatever. Like, they're hiring jobs that people, like, will speak Spanish and English. I can't do any of that. All I could say is, like, you know, je m'appelle Connor. Like, when I see a French person. Oh, okay, you know, I'm put.
Dude, I grew up with a gay father. I learned some French. That was like mandatory in my house. You're going to learn some French.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't remember. So I learned a little bit of French growing up in a gay household. So that's, I know a little, I don't remember really any of it at this point, but at one point I was like conversational as like a young kid. Shame, I let that go by like 6th grade. And then high school, I took Spanish, and I know very basic Spanish. Like I can ask a few basic questions if I'm lost in Spanish, and that's about it. I was conversational at one point. I am no longer. I'll forget and think I'm still 19 and that I can kind of like have broken Spanish conversation, and I go to like talk to someone that speaks Spanish. I'm like, oh, I only remember like 7 words. Damn. And then the last language I kind of learned was I took 1 semester of Russian in college, because I just thought it would be interesting, and I really liked the professor who was teaching me a history class was like, yeah, my wife is the Russian teacher. Like, they don't have any kids taking the Russian class. Like, he really just wanted his wife to keep her job, which respect. You just take the Russian class. It's like, he's like, between you and me, it's like an easy A because no one takes it. And I'm like, awesome. And I took it. I could not tell you anything. Here's the only thing I remember from Russian class. Davai koshka, which means the kitten.
The kitten?
Yeah, koshka means kitten. It's not cat, it's kitten. I don't remember what cat is, but I remember kitten. So that's all I know in Russian is how to say kitten.
Jeez.
I was also drinking back then, so I'd show up to class hungover, drunk. I got like a B+ literally just for showing up. Like, I did not learn anything. I could not tell you anything in Russian.
I think I've heard that. Koshka.
Koshka means little kitty.
Kitten, yeah, because there's this lady on Instagram. She's like from Russia, I think, and she has like a panther as a pet.
What?
And a dog, and they just hang out and walk
bros?
around. Yeah,
That's sick.
and
dude.
I think she says Koshka, even though the thing's like 300 pounds.
That's bae right there. being with the one with the fucking panther, dude.
Dude,
That's sick.
DM her, man. Yeah.
I got it, dude.
That panther might not like to you, though,
No,
you know?
cats, like, listen, I know it wasn't a good sign because the dog freaked out when I came into the studio. She did not like me, but, like, animals love me normally. Normally. I
Yeah.
think a large, dangerous animal, they would vibe with me.
I
You know?
hear you. I like animals, man. I had a really nice interaction last night with a deer.
Ooh.
Yeah. I pulled up on the deer. I was like driving and I rolled down my window and the deer was like right near me, probably 6 feet away. And I was just speaking to it and she was like looking at me, kind of curious, like, and like I just was talking to the deer. And it was really a nice moment, probably for 3 or 4 minutes. And then I told Chat GPT about it.
Can't be talking chat GBT, dude. What are you doing?
Well, it's a weird one because when you talk to animals, that's like cool, and then you pass the torch like to the next generation, like an AI.
Now, I'm not this is kind of a worn out take, but I believe I'm going to be so racist against the AI and the robots. So racist, dude. I fucking hate AI. I hate what it's doing to our society. I hate that it's kind of like taking over. I think we're on track to become the Wall-E people, dude. I do not like. I refuse to use AI. And I'm dumb. I should be using AI. AI could make my life so much easier, and I just refuse.
Wow, AI is helpful. Like I was like you, like it's kind of like a cult, you know.
Yeah.
Like I was like you, like 3 months ago, and I would make fun of my friends. They would like, hold on, like let me ask Chat GPT, and it's like, dude, like you're talking about like what to say to your girlfriend like on her birthday, like maybe just like don't ask Chat
That's a little
GPT. That's a
extreme.
human interaction.
That's
Like what should I write in my birthday card to my girlfriend? It's like go from the heart, bro. But like for me, like I'll ask it like legal advice, and then I was like working on something with this lawyer, and that's like a stretch. But like the lawyer called me, and we were going over some things. It's like things I was like looking for his advice for, and he charges like whatever $1,000 for whatever I was needing, and I was telling him like the things I knew, and he's like, "Wow, like yep." Every time I would say something, he would be like, "Exactly, exactly." I don't know if he was trying to like butter me up to like take my money, but I think honestly he just thought I was so well read on this subject. He said the words, "I never spoken to someone who was not an attorney in this field who knew as much as you."
It was all just chat
And
GPT.
it was 20 hours of Chat GPT.
No, man, I can't do it. I can't. I'm gonna hold that. See, now if I did have ChatGPT to tell me how to talk to women, I might not be single. So but what are you gonna do?
But that wouldn't be authentic, you know? Not you not being single, but
I think me being authentic is what's keeping me. See, I think I gotta tone it down a little bit.
that's what I'm saying though. But if you
No.
were like, not yourself, I mean, you would get girls maybe, but
Yeah, but here's the thing:
if ChatGPT
the girls
gave
that are
you that
gonna like me
advice,
for being myself, it's gonna be
that's gonna be scary.
gonna be scary.
Yeah.
Maybe I do want a woman who thinks I'm like a nice person. That might be,
Yeah, but you should do that genuinely. You shouldn't be like, "Here's the advice I got," and then just like play it out as a character, because then eventually it's gonna be like, "You're not the guy I met,"
Mm.
So she'll be like, "You were so different."
Usually, I have the opposite problem. Like this has happened at least twice. I've gone on dates with girls that have that like I picked up after shows. Like I did really good at a comedy show. They came up to me afterwards. We kind of hit it off. We were talking, got their number, their Instagram, whatever. We text back and forth a couple days, week, whatever, and then we go on a date. Right? Pretty normal stuff. And this happened twice now, where I've gone on the date, and it's going great for like the first 5-10 minutes. And then we get like 30 minutes into the date, and I see the shift in their eyes where they realize like I'm not playing a character. This is just who I am. And they're like, like they thought I was some genius performance artist that's playing this crazy, clearly ironic figure online and on stage. It's like, No, that's only dialed up like 10%. This is about 90% how I actually am. And it's
Oh
just
my
like you
God.
see the shift in the date where they lose all interest. And then, at the end of the date, you get the shoulder hug. That's how you know the date went bad, when you get the
Oh.
shoulder hug. Like, I don't even try to go in for the kiss because I'm like, I know this did not end well.
Oh.
I have enough common sense. Like, there's not going to be a second date. And they insist on going for the hug. And I'm like, ugh.
That's bad. If they're initiating the hug, that's not a
Yeah,
good
they don't even give
sign.
me a chance to try to go for the kiss. They're preemptively hug
Yeah.
striking me. But yeah, to be fair, these women way too attractive to be dating me. So it's like, what are you gonna do?
That's how it is.
That's
yeah.
the power of the killing on stage. At least got me to a bad date, that I could not maintain.
You ever have a second date from a comedy show?
I don't get a lot of second dates. I'm a big, I'm a big first date guy.
That's big. Yeah.
Big on the first dates.
Hey,
dude.
that's better than zero, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You keep putting yourself out there.
Today's episode is sponsored by Arby's. Arby's. We have the meats. Arby's is not really a sponsor of Whatever Man with Connor O'Brien. We take no responsibility for anything I said or anything leading you to believe that we are sponsored by Arby's. Please go check out Arby's if you want, but not because we said so. And please, we do not sue us, Arby's. Thanks. All right, Chris, it's time to get into the meat and potatoes of the show.
Okay.
So in this bag is another bag,
Okay.
and it's a bag of chips.
I feel like you're about to pull out a gun, dude. About to pull out a gun and shoot me, dude.
This looks like something from a gun movie.
Yeah.
This is a bag of chips.
Okay.
No gun. And you gotta guess the brand of chips. We're looking for make and model. And you can't look. I'm gonna crack the bag so you know it wasn't tampered.
Okay.
We got the brown bag because we can't show the logo, or else we could get sued, according to ChatGPT. So I'm gonna hand you this bag.
Okay.
You reach in, grab a chip. You got no allergies, right?
No.
Okay.
Not that I'm aware of. That'd be fun to discover I have one here.
Yeah, it's not peanut flavored or anything. And do you eat? We were talking about you being Jewish. Do you eat kosher, or is there any restrictions
I
there?
do like what I refer to as bullshit kosher, where I don't break any of the rules. Like, I'm not eating like shellfish or pork. I'm not mixing meat and dairy. But like, I'll eat non-kosher meat all the time, which a lot of people would claim defeats the whole purpose. You're supposed to have kosher meat, but it's like, I'm doing the best I can, guys. There's not a lot of kosher places near me to get kosher deli meats.
Yeah, you're doing what you can, man. We all do what we can. These chips, they are kosher probably because I think all chips are, right?
Yeah, it's just potatoes. Like, no one had to
All
bust
right.
that.
So
we're
nobody could hate on you.
good. Okay.
So yeah, go for it.
Take a chip. All right, I'll try it. I'm not gonna look.
You looked right at it.
Okay. Pretty good. I'm gonna say I think that's just a regular flavor. I don't think there's like a flavor. I think it's just regular bog standard potato chip. Now I've gone blank on but they're like nice, right? So they're not like the shitty potato chips. It's like a nice potato. It's not like Lay's or Ruffles or anything like that. I don't think it's Cape Cod because Cape Cod's got like a particular thing to it. These Tom's potato chips.
What's Tom's?
Well, I guess they're not Tom's potato chips then.
That's incorrect, guys. Tom's makes toothpaste and deodorant.
Maybe it's not Tom's. It's some guy's name, like Joe's potato chips. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, I can't comment. I don't know Tom, but I know Joe.
Are they old Deep River, maybe?
Well, you gotta have one guess.
Okay, I'm gonna go Deep River.
That is completely incorrect. You got it wrong. You're the first person to fail this challenge.
Oh no, dude.
Yeah. How's that feel?
Feels bad, man. I feel like I let the team down.
You really did. This is horrible.
I let Jews and Irish everywhere down, dude. I let the squad down.
You did, because the Irish, they make the potatoes, and
They do.
sometimes the Jewish people will be cooking them up This might even be a Jewish brand. I'm not even positive. I think it's Hal's chips.
Oh, it's Hal's chips.
Hal's.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, we don't show it to the camera.
Don't show the
Don't show
logo.
it to the camera.
Yeah,
I was gonna
yeah.
do a product placement. I was about to go the complete opposite of what I'm supposed to do.
We zoom in on them.
Can you get sued for showing brand names?
It is a complete gray area, but we will say this: the podcast supports all chip manufacturers, and we do not provide preference to one or the other unless we would have a partnership with another company, and these chips are good, but so are others.
That was I used to do fake endorsements from companies that had not contacted me all the time on my old podcast. Might get in trouble if those get dug up.
Oh, you'll be fine. We actually do them all the time on this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we do the Arby's commercials. Yeah,
I like
we just
that.
played one actually. Probably.
I used to do one for Marb Reds, but that was just like a personal endorsement.
I mean, you gotta like support the brands you like, because then they might want to work with you, like Chili's or something.
Is that a top choice? You want to get that Chili's sponsorship?
That's my dream. I want to be the ambassador for Chili's.
Got to wear the Chili shirt every set you do?
Dude, I got Chili's shirts. I've worn that on stage. I got the Chili's varsity jacket with the triple
make a Chili's
dipper.
varsity jacket?
Dude, yeah, my boy Steve hooked me up, man.
That's crazy.
He gave me the jacket. He won it in a raffle.
I'm trying to think. What would be your like top like 3 brands or 5? Let's do 5. What are your like top 5? If this podcast, because I think 5 is like a good amount of sponsors, you would make some real money on a podcast. You know, like beginning, middle, end ads. Maybe like you hold one. What are like your 5 products you're endorsing?
That's a good question. I would say Chili's number 1.
Okay, that's the main sponsor of the pod.
Chili's number 1. I could do the Arby's voice pretty well, so I think that would be a great.
I've heard you do it on stage. It's on point.
Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like doing that joke, and I like Wendy's a lot though too. I really do like Wendy's.
I feel you only have one. You have too many food sponsors. Dude.
Yeah,
they're competing for market share.
Yeah, we're getting conflicted. Too many. You can't do all 3 of those. Maybe 2. If we want to work together, like kind of like Shark Tank.
Fast food. You have a sit down place. I think those you can have one.
Those
of each
could be
of those.
fine. Yeah, like we go on Shark Tank. It's like, hey, Mark and Barbara, you guys want to both get in on this? Sometimes they do that. With the Mr. Wonderful in. Yeah, I would like. I see you wearing Crocs, right? Love Crocs. Crocs. If you want to sponsor the podcast, that'd be great.
Nice.
Yeah. Those are 3 for sure. There's probably something I'm missing, but I'll go with those 3 for now.
I'm trying to think. I'd want Glock to sponsor my podcast. I think that'd be a good one. Also, if Glock could get the state of Connecticut to reinstate my legal right to have firearms, that would be cool. That'd be some synergy between the 2 brands. I think that'd be good. I'd like to have those again. To any police listening, I'm being respectful of the restrictions. I do not have any firearms per the judge's order, and I will also like to have Altria, which is the parent company of Philip Morris, which makes pretty much all your favorite brands of cigarettes. I think I could be really good at getting the youth market to smoke again. I think I could be. Here's my plan to get the youth market to smoke again. So in China, where they have like no regulation. Because I had a buddy who brought back a bunch of Chinese cigarettes like a year or 2 ago. And like Camel Crushes, I don't know if you smoke ciggies, but Camel Crushes is like it's menthol, but there's like a little bead you break with your finger or your teeth, and it then it makes the cigarette menthol. In China, they have like versions of those where it's like all like you get orange, like cotton candy, like you crack it, and it like makes the cigarette a vape essentially. And I think there's all sorts of legal reasons why, and probably health concerns. Like I probably got cancer from the cotton candy cigarette, but that you can't have them in America. But I think if Philip Morris put me in charge of marketing to youth marketing, youth outreach, I think I would try to get those in there, and I'd get high schoolers smoking again. I think I could do it. I think I could really help your brand. In fact, actually, like every couple months they have like a high-level exec position open at Philip Morris because it's right in Stanford, and I'll apply every time. It's like a $500K like exec job, and I apply with like my bullshit resume, and I'm like, you should hire me, and I'll write a really impassioned like 3-page long cover letter, like, please just let me work in cigarettes. So I think Philip Morris, Altria, Glock. I probably want to get Monster in there. I know it's, I love Monster, sugar-free Monster, great. So many good flavors. I would rep that. I think that'd be a good one I'd rep. I think we got to get Live Leak to come back, and they could sponsor me. Remember Live Leak?
No, what's that?
It was this website where before like Reddit and all this other stuff kind of was more popular, where you would basically just go to watch like combat footage. So I was on it all the time because I love all that stuff. So I'd watch like combat footage from Afghanistan on Live Leak, and it just kind of like went away 4 or 5 years ago. So I think we bring back Live Leak, give me a sponsorship. I'll play a combat clip of the week up there. We can watch that. That'll be pretty cool. We might have to censor some of it. That's 4. And I want Dota 2 to sponsor me. I think that'd be good. I think I get people playing that again.
Who's that?
Oh, Dota 2, dude. Dota 2 is the best video game ever made.
What's going on in this game?
So it's a MOBA. Are you familiar with those?
No.
You know League of Legends?
Oh, yeah.
So Dota is the original version, and League of Legends kind of like stole their vibe to make their game. And I've been playing Dota 2 since its early access beta in 2011. So I've been playing for almost 15 years. And I'm in the Bridgeport Dog Pound. That's our clan name. We're silver. Not to brag, we're silver. That's pretty good. Pretty good. We were gold for a little bit, but we fucked some stuff up. Now we're back to silver. We're getting back to gold. But it's great. I have so many hours in that. I did the math once on my Dota 2 playtime, and I realized I could have worked 3 years of a 40-hour-a-week full-time 9-to-5 job in Dota playtime. So that was kind of interesting.
If you were doing that, you could have been the CEO of Philip Morris.
Yeah.
By now.
I had different passions. I wanted to play Witch Doctor position 5,
No, I don't. But
missing out, dude.
That's pretty nice.
You've wasted your life. You haven't been playing Dota, dude.
I've been playing games. My most hours are like Fortnite and GTA 5.
I used to hate on Fortnite so much, and then friends bullied me into playing it with them. So much fun. I don't know why I was hating. It's such a fun time. It's a great game.
It's really cool.
I have a little dog skin. I'm like a little dog in a pink outfit with like suspenders, and I bought him Crocs in the game.
Nice.
So he's got little pink Crocs on and a little sunflower backpack, and I run around wrecking these kids, dude. I do the Sabrina Carpenter espresso emote on them.
I got that, yeah.
Dude,
I got the whole Sabrina. I got the skin. I got the dances. I got the songs. You have the it's like a pug, right? Where he's wearing a waiter outfit.
Oh no! So it's part of that battle pack. It was the barber dog. Like it's like a little like Chihuahua looking guy
Nice.
in like suspenders and a pink. He's like the gayest little dog. I love him so much.
That's cute, man. Yeah. My friend's got that. He has a pug in real life.
Hell yeah.
And then he has the pug skin, and we just go run around. It's such a fun game. It's like video games with your friends for like people. It's just like, it's life, man. You got your life, you got your job, you got whatever else, family or whatever. Then you got Fortnite, man. It's like cool because you get to be with your friends.
What's your go-to skin you've been rocking? Because I'm only the dog. It's the only skin I bought. I'm like, this is the best skin. I'm never buying another skin.
I've bought a lot of skins, like probably a couple hundred worth on V-Bucks over the years. But I got the John Wick original, season 3. I got that, so I rock that, and I got Jordans too. I got the pink Jordan 5s. Yeah.
See, I've only been playing for like maybe 6-7 months, so I'm behind. I'm
That's
catching
the
up.
thing, yeah.
These kids wreck me. It's not like the games I played. I'm real bad, but I play with a couple other comics that are real good, and they just carry me. It's just it's known that about halfway through I'm gonna die for the 7th time, and it's just not worth it to come revive me, and that's okay. I don't hold it, I'm just like, just keep going, dude.
Yeah,
I had fun,
man.
I had a good time. I'm gonna look at my phone, and you let me know if we won or not.
Yeah,
but
that's the best. And my friend, he's way better than me, and he carries me I've gotten so many wins just because of him. Unobtainable
Yeah.
odds that we win, and like he just clutches, man.
Every time, right?
It's like, let's go. You're like on the bench watching Michael Jordan
Yeah.
play basketball.
I have so many,
Hype.
like, my percentage of wins is so high, and I've contributed maybe 4 kills of all the like 80
Four.
of like the 80 wins, or like 4 stack has gotten. I think I've killed 4 people in those 80 games. You know,
Oh.
you know.
It's tough.
And not even kill. I just knocked them. They probably got revived, but I took at least 4
Yeah.
guys down. You know.
You're counted, yeah.
The only skin I really want is I saw someone with a Hatsune Miku skin, and I'm like, I gotta get that.
That is a fire skin.
I'm a big Hatsune Miku fan, dude.
I don't even know who she is, but I have the skin. Yeah. She's a pop star. I know that.
She was the first Vocaloid to ever exist. So basically, it was like before AI was a thing in like the 2000s. They recorded this Japanese woman, because it was a Japanese company. This Japanese woman recorded like every sound and tone in like the Japanese language, like for like 1,000 hours. They just recorded like her saying every word possible and every tone shift and whatever, like just so much recording. And then they took that and they attached it with like an early version of like a text to speech software, but like with her voice instead of the robotic one. And they like ran it through auto-tune, like an auto-tune thing. And so it's basically like they taught a computer how to sing, essentially. So Hatsune Miku is not a real person. It's a computer. They basically, like a computer thing they made and gave it an avatar. And it's like the first ever like robot AI pop star. And it's
Wow.
it's awesome. Dude,
That
I love
is
Hatsune
awesome.
Miku.
Dude, yeah, she's cool. I know she sings that song. It's like an emo. I know the emo, but I don't know the
Yeah.
song. Yeah.
She got a lot of bangers, dude. She's
I'm
got a lot of
sure.
bangers.
You like Taylor Swift at all? What are your thoughts on the new album?
I don't have strong, like, I don't feel people love her or hate her. It's just like, I don't know. She's like good for her, I guess. People seem to enjoy her music. I think it's one of those things where it's like I've listened to some of it just because it's like so pervasive. It's everywhere. I don't know like the new album or whatever, but like I don't know what album, but I've heard like the big hits that are on the radio and stuff over the years, and it kind of seems like it's decent, catchy music. I don't think it's like super deep or interesting, but people seem to really relate to it. So more enjoy what you like, man. I don't know. Go for it.
I hear you. I like the album. It's okay. I think her last 3 albums have been the weakest for me. I'm a
Okay.
big fan. I like her.
Which was the Shake It Off one?
Shake It Off. That was like 1989. Yeah.
Shake it off. I like that song. That song I
Dude,
vibe with. I like
the
that one.
haters gonna hate.
I feel that, dude.
That's like your motto, bro.
Yeah, dude. You know that. So see, you know what, Taylor Swift, I did like that song, so I'll give you that. I'm not giving you as much credit as I should.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one. That one's a banger.
She's got bangers. Man. She's got this new one like all my friends are canceled or something like that. Or like I like my friends canceled. Cause like I guess her,
What?
I don't know her
I think
friends.
she's like the least offensive person. Oh, would she get hanging out with Nick Fuentes? What's going on?
Dude, all her friends are some degenerates, man. They're saying bad words and getting completely
What are we
canceled.
defining as bad words, though?
I don't know. Like, I think it's about like so. There's this conspiracy theory that song's about Trump, and
Okay.
her friend is Trump, and he's canceled.
Are they close personal? I wasn't aware they had any interaction. Are they buddies?
I do not
Because
think
that
so.
would be hilarious if Taylor Swift and Donald Trump were like close personal friends. That would kind of make me like her more because that's so funny. It would just be so funny.
I think
She's just on the phone with him, and he's like, "Yeah, I know they're all talking shit about you, Donnie, but like you just got to do your own thing. Shake it off. Shake the haters off, Donnie. You guys." He's like, "Taylor, you're right. I appreciate that. Thank you, Taylor. You're very, very powerful. Congrats on the new album." Like, you know, I think that would just be such a funny phone call.
Dude, he's like the executive producer of the
Yeah.
album.
The new album's dedicated. That would make a lot of
Yeah.
people's heads explode if she dedicated, non-ironically, the new album to Donald Trump. I feel like the majority of her fan base would not like that. I feel like it's a
Yeah.
lot of liberal white women that are into Taylor
The
Swift.
government would shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's not
Maybe-
already.
Maybe that's why he shut down the government, so everyone had a couple weeks to listen to Taylor's album. Not, federal workers, I want you to have a moment. Go listen to Taylor Swift.
Yeah. You got to really digest this.
Yeah,
You
really.
can't be playing it at work. Like, I need you to lock in with the headphones,
Yeah.
front to back. Take it to the lab.
What a nice guy. You shut down the government so, like, everyone could listen to Swifty's new album.
That's what he does, man.
That's a solid move.
That's what he does.
He should have won the Nobel Peace Prize for that.
I mean, that would be big.
You see he didn't?
He didn't win?
He didn't win. They came out today.
Oh, who won?
I think there's multiple. I don't know if there's multiple. At least the one I read about, because I don't know much about the Peace Prize. So there might be multiple winners, or maybe there's one for the Peace Prize and there's other winners for other categories. But the one I was reading about this morning is, excuse me, I believe it's Colombia's opposition party leader, so the party that's not in power, is this Colombian woman, or maybe it was Venezuela, although I don't think Venezuela has opposition. I think they're a dictatorship. So I think Colombia. I'm getting this real wrong. I'm not the person. This is not a story I'm fit to cover. I did no research. But this Colombian woman, who I guess is like the leader of the opposition party in Colombia, and like did a bunch of stuff for human rights and like the poor and stuff, and so she won, I guess.
Over Trump. That makes sense.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently she did give Trump a genuine shout out.
Really? Like
Yeah,
a genuine,
which
hey, nice job.
Which like confused everyone. You know what I mean? She's like, yeah, but I think Trump did a great job. He definitely, if he had won, I would have been okay with that. Everyone's like, what the fuck? Like,
that's crazy.
You know?
That's like, hey,
class act
fund
winner,
our
though.
government or something.
That's a class act winner.
That is. That's gracious winner.
Gracious. Give kudos to
I'm sure
the
Trump
loser.
also was gracious and said,
I'm sure his Twitter's probably put up something real calm, really like, it's okay, guys. Congrats.
Right. If she was like, she didn't thank him, he probably would have been like,
that. Maybe that was her
she's a
strategy.
loser.
Maybe that's why she did it. It's like, I can't handle this smoke right now. Like, got a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dealing with the Colombian government wanting to get rid of me. Like, I'm just okay. Yeah, no, good job, bud.
Yeah. That's crazy.
This whore from Colombia stole the Nobel Peace Prize. Like, they stole the election.
It's a rigged system.
It's a rigged system.
Dude, didn't he win it once? Did he ever win it?
I don't think he ever won the Peace Prize.
Oh, okay.
Obama won a Nobel Peace Prize.
He did?
Which I found fascinating because it was the same year he flipped Libya and bombed, like, a bunch of Pakistani weddings with children at them. But I guess, it's all about optics.
If the drone strikes war for peace, I guess there's the prize.
You're talking to the right guy. I think the best way to get to peace is just kill everyone that disagrees with you. It's like ripping off a band. It's going to suck in the moment, but then they're all dead and there's no more war,
No. How long you been sober for?
Like 3.5 years, a little bit more. Yeah, it's been good life. Highly recommend it. If you even consider that you might have a problem, you do, and you should get help. But yeah,
that's a good message, man. Well, it's been good talking to you, man. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
It's been a pleasure, sir. This has been great.
That's awesome.
Do we do something to end it, or we just?
I think we just kind of nod at each other.
We just nod. Okay, I like that. It'll fade to black.
Thank you for listening to Whatever Man with Connor O'Brien. Go check out my guest today on Instagram. Thank you for listening. Thank you to Ian Bick and Matty Ice. And thank you to You Will Know Ali for the music. All right, take care. Whatever, man.